Hey guys, this is Tim Stout with the Learn to Earn podcast number 5. What is cryptocurrency? Today I have a good friend Jason Gandy with me. And Jason, tell us who you are and what do you do?
Well, I'm Jason Gandy. I'm an online entrepreneur. I run a business called Quantum Leap Commerce, and it kind of has multiple sections to the business. It's online marketing, brand deals, affiliate deals, and also I do a lot of investing with stocks, cryptocurrencies, and other investments.
I've known Jason for over a decade now, and he's always been into this stuff. Like I remember years and years ago him telling me about cryptocurrency, and I'm like, there's a pyramid scheme. So I really didn't know what was going on with it. So he really stuck with it, really dove in. So, and this is a big topic around any type of money, like if any type of money, any type of currency, any type of trading, like cryptocurrency is a really big deal now. So, and he's definitely an expert in my eyes. He knows a lot more than I do. So I wanted to bring him in to discuss exactly what it is, to break it down for people like me who don't know that much about it. So what is cryptocurrency?
So cryptocurrency, it started with Bitcoin, and it's basically around 2009 is when we started having real financial problems with the housing market going down and
Lehman Brothers all collapsed.
all that collapsing. And around that time is when a new digital currency called cryptocurrency, the first one was Bitcoin, came out. And it will solve the problem of the financial system and centralization and having these corporations and entities controlling everything from a central location. And what it's going to do is decentralize the way we transact with money, the way we hold money, the way we store money, and the people will have more control instead of having governments and institutions having control of our money.
Okay. So what is the city that fixes the problem? What is the problem with currency now?
Right now, with the way currencies being controlled, they're able to print unlimited amounts of money with the Federal Reserve, artificially control interest rates. Stocks are manipulated by big players like JP Morgan. Commodities can be manipulated. With cryptocurrency, it takes all that control away from those powers and puts it back into the hands of the people.
So who runs cryptocurrency?
Nobody runs cryptocurrency. Bitcoin was started in 2009 by Satoshi Nakamoto. And to this day, nobody knows who that is. So some people say it was one guy from Japan. Some people say it was a group of engineers who started Bitcoin. But when it started, they came out with it. It was a protocol. Once it launched, he disappeared. So he wanted to be open source. Nobody controls it. It's decentralized and a platform to safely store and trade wealth.
So from what I've heard, basically there's a group of developers all across the world who constantly are trying to improve blockchain, which is what houses the Bitcoin.
Yeah, so cryptocurrency also brought about blockchain. And blockchain really started taking off when Ethereum was introduced a couple of years after Bitcoin. And Bitcoin took care of the money situation, and Ethereum's blockchain is going to be the next evolution of it. So instead of just having blockchain handling money and other transactions, it's actually going to allow applications to be put on top of the blockchain that are also decentralized. So we had Web 1.0 with AOL, Web 2.0 with like Netflix and everything now that's coming out. But Web 3.0 is going to be way huger, with the blockchain pretty much being the foundation of it. And right now, Ethereum is a huge token, but there's applications being built on top of Ethereum. Like, for instance, there's a token called the Graph, where it's going to be like the Google for blockchain. There's other tokens like Uniswap that's going to be like the E-Trade for blockchain. And instead of having these big companies controlling all these different entities like trading companies, it'll all be on the blockchain, decentralized. So
you've been saying decentralized. So if you're trying to explain what decentralized means to a fifth grader.
So decentralized, if you have an entity like JP Morgan that controls banking, they control where the transactions come, all the data comes back to their hub, their server, that's centralized. Everything's controlled in that one server. Blockchain allows for decentralization to where all the information isn't stored in that one place. It's actually duplicated in the blockchain ledger over thousands of computers. So nothing can be manipulated because it's replicated so many times that if something is off in one of those replications, it verifies it with all the other replications to say, hold up, something's wrong here. This isn't right. So there's no way to hack it because the information is being spread decentralized instead of in one single location.
Okay, that makes sense. How did you get started in cryptocurrency?
Man, I graduated in 2009. That was right when the financial crisis started happening. It was so hard to find a job, but I did find a job, but it wasn't paying what I was promised to make, graduating with the information systems degree. So I got into stock trading, cryptocurrency, penny stocks, and all kinds of other investments, gold and silver, and just started messing around with it. I mean, when I first started, didn't know what I was really doing. Bought it at probably $100, sold it at 300, whatever. Watched it go, made some money, watched it go down. But I mean, there were times I didn't make money too. I let it go up, didn't sell on time, let it fall back down. I mean, I was learning what I was doing. But over the years, I've gotten better. And with a new technology like Ethereum, Bitcoin, and all these other tokens that are coming out, I've learned the safest thing to do is just buy and hold the dips. Whenever it has one of those big drops, look at that as an opportunity. Everything's going on sale. Load up at that point and just wait for it to go back up, because this will be a disruptive technology, and this is going to change the way we do all types of transactions.
I think they need to be a disruption, just like you were speaking earlier about people just continuing to print money, or countries continuing to print money. Eventually, that money has no value, because it's only a value. Like me and you could agree this is worth $10, and we could trade it back and forth if it was $10 and it would work. I mean, people used to trade rocks in the same way. So with Bitcoin and Ethereum, these other cryptocurrencies, people agree on the amount of it, and there's a scarcity. So there's a limit of how many Bitcoins can be created.
Exactly. So there is a limit to how many Bitcoins that can be created. But people look at Bitcoin, they see the price rise, how far up it's gone, and they say it might be in a bubble. In 2017, it did kind of have a bubble, but it wasn't really caused by Bitcoin. 2017 was a totally different market from today. Then what was introduced in 2017 was a product called ICOs. And it was the first type of applications that were built on top of the blockchain. And the problem with the ones that came out in 2017 was most of them were scams. 98% were scams. I think T.I. and Mayweather might have had an ICO that came out they were trying to raise money with. So what happened was China ended up banning ICOs, and that pretty much took down the crypto market in 2017. But as you can see from today, that was just another buying opportunity for the actual technology and the blockchain that was backing those companies. That's where the real value is. And now, as recently as last year, DeFi tokens are starting to come out, which are decentralized tokens that are companies that are like the graph I was talking about earlier, that will be the next Google. We got Synthenex that will allow companies to create D-apps, decentralized apps. And man, the opportunities that's going to come with this will be unlimited. Lending, borrowing, mortgages, derivatives, everything's going to be able to put on blockchain. Even I was looking at a video of a grocery store in China that was testing putting groceries on the blockchain. So they would actually, the chicken that you're eating, most of the labels on there might have old information, expired information, ingredients that aren't on there. If you put the actual food on the blockchain tracks when the chicken was born, how many steps it took during its life, what it ate, how long it's been dead on the market, how fresh it is. So and that information is locked in the blockchain. So a grocer can't say, hey, we just got this chicken in yesterday, it's fresh, when it's actually 3 days old or something like that. So just simple applications like that will be something that the blockchain can handle as well.
So the blockchain is a true ledger of like when a coin was mined, which is mined is how they find them. Yeah. How it was mined, how it was sold, how it was traded, who holds it now, the value, all that's a ledger. Mm-hmm. How do you okay, the benefit of having something decentralized, this is from what I've gathered. I read a couple of books in preparation, and I've talked to you on several occasions about cryptocurrency. The benefit of having this is I don't have to pay fees for a bank. The government doesn't know what I'm buying, so therefore I don't have to pay taxes, and I could buy and sell whatever I want.
Exactly. So the government's not involved. There's no third-party risk. There's no intermediary. If you wanted to send a amount of money from this location to another, after you press that button, there's no government entity that can come in and say, hey, we need to stop this transaction. This can't happen. It's automatically through the blockchain. It's sent. There's nothing that can be done to stop that.
In one of the books I read, I heard a story about a guy who was on a chat room with like people talking about Bitcoin, and he went to go buy a pizza, and he didn't have a credit card, so he basically transferred however many Bitcoin to this guy to buy the pizza with his credit card, and that transaction is now like $10 million. Like that's $10 million for pizza right there.
I believe that was actually the first transaction, I believe, with Bitcoin. Yep, a pizza. Yep.
So how do I buy cryptocurrency?
Buying cryptocurrency is just as easy as signing up to TD Ameritrade or E-Trade or any other trading platform to buy stocks or anything else. Just go to a platform. The safest one right now is Coinbase. It's US regulated, follows all the guidelines and regulations, and it's a pretty safe place to keep your or to purchase your cryptocurrency.
Okay. You purchase it. Do I put it in my pocket? Does it go into a wallet? What happens?
Once you purchase your cryptocurrency, it will first be on the exchange like Coinbase, but that is an online exchange or online hardware wallet or online wallet. What you want to get is a hardware wallet, which is offline. So these exchanges, they will hold your cryptocurrency in your online wallet, but there has been exchanges in the past that have been shut down, that have been hacked. But that's because your money is on that exchange. Coinbase is an entity, so your money is with Coinbase. So there's things that could happen. When I purchase cryptocurrency, I purchase it on Coinbase, but almost instantly I transfer it I use a Trezor hardware wallet. And what it is, it's like a little jump drive that you keep in your safe, wherever you want to keep it at, holds all your cryptocurrency on there. And the way you access it is you plug it into your computer, type in your seed code, and that connects your computer to the blockchain. And that's where you pull up your actual funds and earnings or your holdings. So your holdings are held on the blockchain, but you need the hardware wallet to access the blockchain to get your holdings. Okay. And that can't be hacked.
Okay, how do I use it?
Cryptocurrency can be used just like any other form of money. More and more companies are starting to accept it. Just yesterday, we heard about Tesla. Tesla bought 1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, and they will start accepting Bitcoins in order to purchase Teslas and other products that they come out with. So it's just a new form of money, safer form of money, and it's going to just keep growing. More companies are going to adopt it. Overstock right now, you can pay with Bitcoin. There are several companies you can already pay with Bitcoin, but it's just going to get bigger and bigger. And as more companies jump on board, the price is going to continue to rise, and it's going to keep going.
What happens when Uncle Sam gets tired of not getting his piece?
Uncle Sam gets his piece. They had a big problem with this early in the Bitcoin days. The way it works is when you're trading between coins, you don't trigger a taxable event. So if I wanted to get out of Bitcoin, instead of going into the US dollar, I would go into a stable coin like Tether. And Tether is a coin that follows the price of the US dollar. So if Bitcoin goes up to $100,000 and I believe it's going to fall, I can put my coins into Tether, let Bitcoin fall.
Just like stock, just trade.
Exactly. And then once Bitcoin is at the bottom, I want to get back in, take the money out, put it back in Bitcoin, let it go back up. But I mean, it's definitely harder to do than I just mentioned. But that's a good way to keep your money inside or keep your money safe without having to transfer it back to the US dollar. Because when you go from Bitcoin and take your money out of Coinbase and put it into your bank account, that's a taxable event. That's when they want to know how much did you make on that transaction right there. But as long as you're in other coins and trading between coins, I just do that throughout the year and never trigger the tax.
Okay, that makes sense. What do you see happening with cryptocurrency in 2021? Like, I know that it started in 2009. We had a disruption in 2009. It come up to solve a problem. Anytime there's ever been a disruption, there's always a solution that appears. So this was the solution in 2009. And you said in 2017 there was a disruption that happened within it. What do you see now? Are we still in the infancy of cryptocurrency, or what are you thinking? 2021.
We are definitely still in the infancy, but we've matured way more than we have in 2017. So 2017 with the ICOs, like I said, they were a bunch of scams. ICOs, initial coin offerings.
Just like IPOs.
Yeah, just like an IPOs. Companies would come out with these coins to raise money for whatever company they're trying to build or whatever company they own that they're trying to raise money for. And like I said, a lot of those were scams. And they cracked down on that, and that really put a dent in the cryptocurrency market for a couple of years. But now these new companies that are coming out, these new tokens with like DeFi and all these other like really big projects that are coming out, is really going to change how we do everything, man. They're coming out with things like Google Dropbox for blockchain, and it's going to be Web 3.0. We're going into a whole new era when it comes to the internet, finance, and everything else.
If we want to learn more about this and learn more about you, where does that happen at?
I just started a new cryptocurrency channel, actually trying to talk about some of these new coins that are coming out before it goes into the mainstream. Right now, everyone's focused on like Bitcoin and Ethereum, but there are coins out there that are very undervalued right now that I believe will grow substantially over the next year or two. And so my channel is DeFi, or Crypto DeFi Evolution, I'm sorry. So Crypto DeFi Revolution. And that's on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok.
How's TikTok working out for you?
I'm nothing compared to you on there, but I mean, it's slowly growing. I get a couple hundred views per post, but
You gotta do more belly dances.
yeah, I gotta be more like Tim. Can't be
Okay, do you have courses already on crypto?
I do have courses on cryptocurrency. I have a course I put out in 2017. I have one I put out in 2018. Still good information. It teaches a lot about trading cryptocurrency using charts and technical indicators to actually trade in between it when it's overvalued, undervalued, when to get in and when to get out. So if you're interested in that, you can go to jasongandy.org, and I have both courses on there as well.
.org.
.org, because .com was taken.
I feel you. I got the same problem with mine.
Yep.
Well, I appreciate you spending your afternoon with us and educating.
Oh, it's a pleasure.
This is something that's super popular right now, and I definitely think people are going to want to hear it, and they're going to hear about it at a beginning level. The people who know about it like to talk about it, but they're like, you might as well be talking Chinese.
Exactly.
So I was like,
Bring it to a wider public.
exactly, and I'm glad you was able to allow me to understand it.
Hope so.
So appreciate you being here, guys. This was the Learn to Earn podcast number 5, and it is What is Cryptocurrency with Jason Gandy. Awesome.
Good deal.
Thank you, brother.
Yes, sir.